Okay. Hi. So we were doing a tour yesterday, a little bit of a tour. Um, so we got 5 streets of houses, the correct color, with the electrical phone poles, um, power poles, whatever. Um, he didn't even know. Those are based on. Well, they're not based. Well, yeah, they're based on because I think he had a different color. But anyway, and I don't think he had tough. But anyway, those are based on a TSMC Minecraft build. And I loved them so much I had to have them. And we also put in all of these. So right now we're putting in um, the driveways and the pathways to the house, and then we'll start recoloring houses again. That's going to be annoying. Or we'll start putting in the street light. Oh, we already put in the street lights. Never mind. Um, I just pointed that out. I'm not awake yet. So anyway, I don't know if we're gonna be on the whole time. Till 11 because I really want to get my story done. I got 7 pages of it done. Um, like I was on the first page still, I think. So anyway, I got that page done, and then I got um 6 more, so that's 7. And there's 15 and a half in the chapter. She hasn't even danced with Adam yet. Um, so if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I write stories. I write books, and and the one that I'm working on right now, Ashley's trying to make her ex-boyfriend totally jealous, and so um she dances with his brother. Let's try the letter I actually meant to use. There. Okay. So, since y'all can't see my computer screen, I typed NOY instead of NOT. And told you, I'm not awake yet. um, yeah, so maybe one of those things where, um, if I can get to the end of the street there, then we'll go to the mansion, take a tour, hope that the dogs and cats are not still in the mine carts. We're gonna hope that they jumped back out again. I don't know if they can jump back out again, but we're gonna hope. And went back to the mansion. If not, we'll get in a cart after the spot that they are and do it that way. Okay, so Anyway, so she dances, uh, you know, Ashley dances with Jesse, and she's doing the sexy dance that was inspired by um, the first episode of the second season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Because in the first season, um, in the last episode of the first season, she uh, she well she died, but it was like, she wasn't so dead that you couldn't do CPR to revive her. You know, that's not that's not anything to do with my story, of course, but anyway, she's still feeling the effects of the emotional effects of having to deal with all that. So in the first episode of the second season of Buffy, she's Miss Attitude Girl. Um. Anyway, we were talking about Ashley. So she does this sexy dance where she ends up asking Jesse, right in front of Sean. She's doing this whole dance right in front of Sean. Um, and she goes, "Did I thank you for sticking up for me the other day?" And he goes, "No." And she goes, "Don't you wish I would?" And walks away. What the heck? Okay. Anyway, so she disappears into the crowd, and um Sean's date Karen had excused herself to go to the bathroom. Well, she comes back. She's trying to get Sean to dance, but all he's got eyes for is Ashley. Even though they're not dating at that point. Um, no, 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 no. I just took that out on purpose. See, that shows that I'm not awake yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, Actually, I don't do coffee, but I do wild cherry Pepsi. Aww. So, so anyway, Sean, looks around for somebody to dance with and finds a girl dressed as a ninja. Well, a person dressed as a ninja, and he finds out that it's a girl because it's got a female voice. Now, I gave it the voice for Ashley because I don't remember what my thought process was there, but um, but like if it ever actually becomes an audio, maybe I'll change it because maybe she's got a voice changer. And how far are we? Because like maybe she has a voice changer, and you know, I thought of that, but I don't know. Okay, how far are we? Oh, we're that close. Oh my goodness. We only have like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, I think we only got 7 houses to go for driveways and stuff. So, yay. Okay, so let's see here. So I have one person chatting with me, and one is always better than none. Um, they said that their headset's not working, so if I pause, I'm probably, you know, one, two, three, four, five. I'm probably stopping to explain things to them because, they can't hear. So, there. Okay. Oh, and they were saying drink some coffee, and I'm like, I don't do coffee, but I do wild cherry Pepsi. So, yeah. So, um, Sean turned and asked the person what their name was, and he goes, and she goes Robin, and he should be a little scared by then, but he's not. Um, um, if you read the rest of the book, you'll understand why he's scared. But yeah, I have to put in some more, like like the one part where it's saying earlier in the book there was a part where Chantel's saying that the time when they went for a ride on their horses and Ashley hit her head and nobody's saying anything about that is, probably the first time that Sean met Robin, Ashley's alter ego, so to speak. Um, well, no, yeah, it's Ashley's alter ego. Just normally you have the mild mannered alter ego where it's, Clark Kent, and then you've got Superman. But in this case, it's Ashley is the minor mannered alter ego, and then you have Robin, and she's kind of evil, especially when it comes to Sean. Um, anyway, I think after this we will do a tour. It is. Okay, so they were saying that it sounds like a big project. Well, yeah, it is, because there's at least 63 houses in each row, and the thing is that you've got to put in the pathways like this. You got to put in the driveways like that. You got to remember to put the dang garage doors on. And of course, I can't do that when I'm half awake. I stayed up until 1:10 this morning, trying to finish. I was trying to finish 8 pages. I didn't get there. I started getting tired at like 5 pages and squeezed out the other two. So, yeah, it's my own dang fault that I'm tired. Uh, when you're an author, you don't keep regular hours like a regular person, like the 9 to 5 grind or whatever. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't, you know. And there's a lot of us out there who don't. Because sometimes inspiration hits you at 2 o'clock in the morning after you got up to go to the bathroom, and you're like, I gotta write it down now. And you do, and then you read it in the morning, and you're like, that's still a great idea. So. Oh, I've got 2 viewers. Hi, viewers. So, I got 12 followers. I've had 11 for so long, and then it went down to 10, and then it went back up to 12, so that's really awesome. Thank you. I'm also trying to get up the valid public watch hours on YouTube. I was kind of bummed. I had 506 people subscribed to me on YouTube, and then it went down to 505 But, it could have been worse. It could have gone down to 493 or something like that. So, again, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So we got, looks like 3 houses left. And then we have the daunting task of repainting all of the houses the correct color. What am I doing? Let's try putting that there. Dang it, I was kind of hoping it was my husband. Hello?
Please listen. Is this you?
No.
It's Alice Gray from IB Uni. I'm calling because you were personally referred to our program. Because of that, your educational support account...
Oh. Educational support? Really? At least it was a different scam this time. Thing is that I need someone to be able to teach me algebra and teach it to me a way that it actually will sink in. I've got an algebra block. I've also got a fractions block. Because, it would be nice to have a degree. But why am I going to have the degree? Do I want to get a degree because I might be able to get a better job? Or do I want to get one because because personal accomplishment, I don't know. So I really don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really don't think I need it, but I think it'd be cool to have. Okay, so yeah, so there's a rumor because I didn't hear it firsthand. I'm hearing it secondhand from somebody who seems to be very credible. Um, John Snyder. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little bummed. I really want to show my sister my world, with her actually being on it, not just watching it in a video. And oh, that's why. Okay. I was like, why is there not? And then I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, okay. So we are going to go over. Oh, I probably should have left that. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave this until we're done with the. Because I think you all will love the tour. You might get bored of the tour, but I think you'll love the tour. Um, this time we can do the whole thing. We only went up to the spot that we were working on at the time yesterday. So, still don't know why there's a big old hole over there. And it better be squibs and not corruption. So that says 10, not 1. That says 9, not P. That says 8. That's 7. 6. 5, not 2. 5. 4. 3. 2, not 5. 1. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? We'll get there. This is a mansion. It's not done yet. It hardly ever gets done. Okay, let's see if my animals are still stuck in mine carts from yesterday. I don't know. They may. Yeah, okay. They are. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Wait, there's two dogs in one cart? That's not supposed to happen. Okay. So that looks like a weird mask is a gas station. Had to make it nice and bright so you could tell where it is when you're like out of gas. It's really late at night and they're the only place open. Yeah. It doesn't have to be that situation, but it probably is. So that parking lot's not finished yet. You know, there's no gas. Eventually, but at the moment, nothing. I really wish the minecart would have like an umbrella thing. You know, just shows up when it's raining. Because right now, my character's getting all wet. I know, I could go and... I couldn't figure out how to do that yesterday, actually. But yesterday I was trying to put daylight cycling back on, and it wasn't working because they changed how to do it. Well, I finally figured it out, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is an old cereal factory. And in there is a room for the enemy pirate captain and giant silos for cereal. You know, Lucky Charms, Cheerios, not Captain Crunch, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know, I don't know, cereals I can't eat. Maybe they make granola too. I don't know. Oh, I got 3 viewers. Hi, viewers. Okay, so as I was saying, the enemy pirate captain stays in that last room right there. And Morgan and her crew get shoved in that crate right here, and it can go through the ceiling and get put on his ship in like the cargo room. Okay. And then we'll go down this way. And we'll look at that houses because mhm. Spammer.
Gina, a pivotal opportunity awaits. When you get this message, it's time to act. My name is Sophia from Beacon Finance, and I have been trying to reach you. This is the final attempt to contact you regarding a financial relief support offer valued at $36,000.
Because financial relief never covers what I need it to cover. So, I'm not sure what I said in this video and what I haven't. So, I write books, and they're available on Amazon in hardback, paperback, and ebook. And they are The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 1, Pirate's Daughter, The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 2, Misfortune, The Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 3, Hard Times, The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 1, Esperanza's Party, The Rolling Sea Traitor Book 2, The Island, and a separate series called Adopted, and the first book was Quarrel. That one is a children's book. The others, not so much. I'd say 16 and up. And the one I'm working on right now, and hoping to get out before December 1st, is the Rolling Sea, sorry, the Rolling Sea Trader Book 3, Lessons in Love. I think I keep trying to say 4, but 4 is Test in Love. And it's not ready yet. And then after that, I'm planning on, that one's going to take a while, so I'm going to give myself until my birthday to get it done. I don't think it's going to be done before Valentine's Day, you know? It could happen, I just don't think it's going to. Anyway, the one after Lessons in Love that I want to work on is called Finding Love. It's the Rolling Sea Beginnings Book 4, Finding Love. And that one, Jake has his bestest best friend in the whole world besides besides Morgan and Hayden is a girl named Michelle. She happens to be the original captain's honorary niece, and she happens to be the daughter of the original first mate, who is now the captain. So, in other words, he's in big trouble because he likes the captain's daughter. But anyway, the problem is that when when it's school time, he has to be in Australia. And she's learning, she's learning online. I wasn't going to have her learning online. I was going to have her doing, school packets. But either way, she's got to turn it in when school starts for Jake. And when he's 11, his dad, they figured out that he's got cancer. Well, he's one of those guys that I ain't going to the hospital unless I'm dying. Well, they didn't realize that that's what the deal was, but, he's feeling miserable, he's feeling yucky. He's like, I mean, his wife Jane is like, get your butt to the doctor now, you know? So he does. And the ship's doctor couldn't do anything about it, but they went to Australia. They went to a doctor that knew more about these kind of things. This is Cherry Street. And on the left side of the street there will be a house that will be two houses that look a little different. Way down the street, but yeah, there will be two houses that look a little different, and they're out of order, but on purpose. Anyway, so Jake ends up having to be home full time, and um, and eventually, it turns out that Michelle and the crew, the pirate crew, they were in a fight with another pirate crew, and her mom, Cheryl, got stabbed in the heart, but she's still alive. So, they were able to repair the damage and everything, but she's got a weak heart. So, her dad James, goes and takes the ship out, but they've got to move to Australia, and they move just up the street, which is a country street. But just up the street from Jake. Well, Jake doesn't know this at the time, but they're gonna have a birthday party for him. He knows that part, but he did not know that his brother Hunter, stepbrother, but just call him we just call him brother. Oh, this is so weird. Okay, so yesterday I had amazing disappearing garage doors. Today I missed one. Anyway, so Hunter goes and walks in the house, and he's got a girl with him. Well, he walks up to Jake's door, and shows him the new girl from school. And Jake's very, very happy about that, and he wants to give her a kiss, but they gotta have the party first. So anyway, okay, he was 16 then, so yeah, a couple of years later, just before she was gonna turn 18, her mom passes away. They have no idea where her dad is. And Child Protective Services takes her away and sends her to her aunt, or takes her to her aunt in France. And I was showing everybody where that. Oh, see how that's got the cobblestone at the bottom? That means that a person that is significant to a storyline lives in that house. So, like on the first street, Michael's house is there, Michael Hansen, and then that's Emily and Rick's houses. You didn't get to see the other one, but Emily and Rick's houses – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –– ––– –– –– – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – I need to find Dawn's house. And somewhere around here, we might put them over there where those houses are, but I'm debating putting the school back where it belongs. The high school. And I don't even think I built the. I know I built the preschool and the elementary school, but. Oh, yeah, I built it. Never mind. I built the. I definitely built the junior high. I've even got the walls around it. It's really weird. That school's kind of weird because it's like in uh you know part of it is like a closed campus kind of thing. If you had to like if you heard that a bank robber was going through the neighborhood, you could close that big door and it'd be all good. The kids would be safe. But if you go around certain parts, if that bad guy got in where the running track is that goes all around the school, um, there are parts where he could get in and get the kids. So, hopefully he wouldn't do that, but that actually did happen at my husband's high school. Um, I don't exactly remember all the details, but he robbed the bank and then he went through the school to probably hop the fence into the neighborhood around the school, the high school, sorry. Um, and there was a, the yard duties or security, whatever you want to call them. Um, I can't think of the name right now, but like in elementary school, there'd be yard duties, just making sure that the kids are, playing nicely and all that. Anyway, the the thing is that um there was one guy, they called him Kojak, and he was kind of a big guy, and I don't know if it was overweightness or if it was muscle, but he was a big guy, and he went and tackled that bank robber, and because like he used to be um a policeman or security for something. I can't remember what my husband said. Like I kind of wish that he was home right now, but he's trying to ink out 8 hours worth of work. He's trying to ink out eight hours worth of work in a store that he seems to think isn't going to take even 4 hours. But I'm kind of hoping that like the products that he's doing the y- um like he goes into the store and checks on like say Colgate and Kraft macaroni and cheese or I don't know which ones actually, but like maybe Mars candy, he goes in and checks on those things um and does a report about it, and then does a report about it, and then you know he's done for the day. After he's done with every single little project, but sometimes he can be asked to put stuff on the shelf. So, anyway, I'm kind of hoping that they'll come up with something for him to put on the shelf, and it won't be too heavy or on the lowest shelf ever because my husband's tall. My husband's 6 foot. Okay, I was trying to say he's 6'3". Anyway, so having a project on the bottom shelf would not be fun, especially this time of year. It's getting colder, and it's getting colder. We both have bad knees, so it's just not fun to get down on the ground, especially when you have no way to get yourself back up, except for to you know use the shelves that may or may not hold you up. Luckily, he doesn't have to work in a Walmart. Those shelves are scary. Hello?
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 Good morning. My name is Lucy. The state has updated Medicare policies for Nevada.
That was a droid. So I was pretty happy yesterday, even though she called twice. Um, I was pretty happy because two of the phone calls I got yesterday were from the same person um, trying to get a store. So the first time I told her, I think you have the wrong number. Second time she called, I'm like, you still have the wrong number. But I was nice to, I was nice to her because I think what she was doing probably was it was supposed to be 305 and she was putting 35. Well, fine, I don't want to talk to you anyway. And she was putting uh 350. But yeah. I didn't exactly know what was going on, but I think I was thinking about that just now, and that's probably what the thing was. And she's like, they told me this was the number. Nope. And she was asking for like uh the store that she was asking for, I didn't quite understand either because it was like Ace 1 or something like that, and it's like there's no Ace 1 even in the area, or whatever she said. So I'm a little confused, but oh, but apparently she finally um she must have finally found it or given up because she didn't call anymore. It's kind of funny though, if you could actually see through the trees, you'd see that the garage doors don't spawn um like they're not visible until you get closer sometimes. Yes, this is the street that we're working on. And this time we're going all the way. We're not, I mean, we're going, oh, we're not there yet. Okay. Um, we're going all the way down the street. And okay, so I was toying with the idea of having the tour go back through the neighborhood again, after we go to the lake, and I might actually be able to do that. That's a missing tree. The totem pole of sea lanterns, so it's a missing tree. Remember, if you see any garage doors or pathways missing from the other side, we haven't gotten there yet. What we're trying to do is, I did all the driveways and pathways on that side of the street yesterday, and I did that for the street one behind that. I think I still need to do the. Maybe not. Let's find out. No, I finished it. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so I finished the back um, stairs on all of these as well. Forgot about that. Okay, so um the idea is to go and put in all the streetlights and then put in the driveways and pathways, recolor the houses, put in the back stairs, put in all the phone power poles, whatever they are, because the TSMC-Minecraft built those, and then I learned how to do it, and I'm like, I love this. It's awesome. And then the back stairs, but he didn't know what to call them either. And then repaint the houses, put in the trees if needs be. Um, all the trees are in place except for that one that's missing. And put in the lights, and then put in the track, just if it's not there, and then keep going. Or keep going. We go do the left side here, like we are right now, and then we'll go and do the right side, going back the way we came, and then we'll wrap around and keep going. Oh, okay. So, I found out, I think it was Windows Paint has a AI to go with it, and the one big problem is that it made everything cartoony. So, I mean, it may be Japanese anime level, but still, it's a cartoon. It's not a real person in the, it doesn't look like a real person in the picture or a real situation. And I put in, for one of the pictures, I put in, um, the words Chinese food restaurant. Yeah, one of them, it's supposed to be a wedding proposal, between the boy and the girl at a Chinese food restaurant. And one of them just looked like a diner, like a 50s diner. And the other one had Japanese lantern, Japanese lanterns, Chinese lanterns. Anyway, whichever one has the lanterns. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Um. Anyway, has lanterns, and it does look like a Chinese food restaurant, but they're both looking Chinese. And I specifically put in that it's a Irish girl, about, Irish girl, 16 years old, auburn hair, you know, and I put in that he's a Russian boy, um, that he's a Russian boy, um, I think I put 18 years old instead of 17, but, it was just so I could get the right, the characters just right. And yeah, it didn't come up with it. And I was a little upset about that. I really was. Well, anyway, I did get one that was pretty good. It, it's more of a picture of the aftermath instead of the actual proposal. But the one that was like the perfect proposal, he's down on his knee and everything. She had her eyes closed and looked unhappy about it. So I got rid of that one. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. And that one, I don't think it even, like had the table of Chinese food. Yeah. So anyway, um, pro- I don't know if it. Okay, so I don't know if it would be like American Chinese food, like Panda Express, or if it would be like actual, um, or if it would be like Chinese food, Chinese food. I think it would be Chinese food, Chinese food. Because they were all, I assume. I know, not good to assume, but I assume they were all Chinese. And it was the Great China Restaurant in Fairfield, California. I don't know if they're still there. And at one point, my brother said it didn't taste as good as it used to because they changed chefs. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe his taste changed. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if it was. Yeah, I don't know if it was before they got married, or I mean, before. Okay, so I got a niece named Kylie, so I don't know if that looks really nice. I don't know if that's before we had Kylie or if that was after we had a Kylie. I can't remember. But anyway, not the point here. Um, my brother and she's now my sister-in-law. Um, they went out on a date to the Chinese food restaurant. He's like always bragging about this Chinese food restaurant, and he finally took her there. And they came home and um, said it does not taste the same. And it's like, okay. Well, I hope they got it tasting the same now because I've been talking to my husband about this for I don't know how long, and I well, I don't think that, and I don't think it's there anymore. But if it is, next time we go to Fairfield, California, I would love to be able to take him to that restaurant. Although he wants to go to San Francisco because there's this really great restaurant that he went to with his grandma when he was like 4 years old, and that's where he learned how to use chopsticks. And I keep hearing about this, and I'm like, well, we should go there if it's still there. If, but he doesn't even know the name of the place, so. Okay, so yeah, I went a little crazy. I went and put literally um one street of each tree except for the oak because um it's got an extra street. Well, technically since the trees go on the left and the right, um the oak trees just we did the right first and then we're doing the left. But the ones in town, and you'll see town eventually here, the ones in the town area, they will be oak. I can't help that. They will be oak. Um, so yeah, I put one of each tree and, I mean, one tree for, one kind of tree for each street, and that's how you know what street it is. This is Mangrove Street. Um, it goes oak, spruce, cherry. I know that's not in order, but Cherry Street had to be the third one. So oak, um, oak, spruce, cherry, birch. Let's check it out. Birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, um, pale oak, and then crimson, warped, and bamboo. I didn't put bamboo, did I? Because it didn't have a tree. I didn't think of that. Anyway, um, the one in the this is the 8th Street, and the one that um yeah, so that kind of bugged me. I put in that the one person was Irish and that the other person was Russian, and they totally came up with two, Chinese people or Japanese people. Um, it bugged me. But yeah, you can see all my progress. We are on Street 6, I think. We might be on Street 7, but I think we're on Street 6. Um, Still, we'll find out. But anyway, um, so that just said we're on Street 8. Yeah, so we need to go Street 9 and then Street 10. That's gonna be interesting. The only problem is that we need to, I need to figure out how to get, if this doesn't line up the way it's supposed to, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it just right. Anyway, all the big houses, the 2 stories, I'm thinking of making one, like one 3-story on each street, but I don't know. Um, I'm not sure that I can actually do that, is what I'm saying. Um, I probably could, but the way that I've got the houses set up right now, I don't know if it would work. And keep in mind, I don't have any clue whether whether the next street that we're about to color is even the right colors. I don't know. But you've probably noticed that we've got the you know, okay, so that one's oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry, pale oak, and then it says bamboo, but it's not. It's crimson, and then warped, and then bamboo. But you've probably noticed those little indicators. Those are gonna go away. You probably saw that earlier. I don't know. That is the way to get to the hospital, but so far we don't have the hospital on the tour. Okay, now you've seen the houses, so I'm not gonna go there. That is a movie theater. It's not finished yet, but it's a movie theater. That I want to say is a soda fountain. The burger joint. If not, switch them. That's the store that we don't talk about on stream. That is the bar in town. It ended up being a lot smaller than I wanted it to be because it happened to be the odd man out. That's the hotel. And it keeps getting fancier every time I build it. Yeah, it looks nice. Oh, did I not set it up yet? Aw, man. Okay. I did forget to set it up. Darn. Oh, that's why that was there. Duh. Okay. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, I was trying to come up with they are in. Okay, it helps to put all your words, even if they are one letter. Uh, okay. I was trying to come up with they are in a Chinese food restaurant sitting at a large circular table with Sean, Jesse, Jonah, and Zach. And Ashley and Azariah. And Sean walks over to her, gets down on one knee, and proposes. She is totally happy, says yes, and he slips the ring onto her finger. That's not entirely exact, that's not entirely exactly what happened, but it's close enough. There's a little bit more to it than that, is all I'm saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Oops. What the heck? Okay. See, but we need this to go all the way down there, and that, you've seen these are long streets. Oh, the cool thing is, I think this is so weird. Okay, if you're up here and you look out the window, it and it rains, it's snowing. You go like over here and it's raining. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me, but it's okay. Yeah, so I usually stream from 8 to 11, and I wasn't going to stream this long, but I'm like, y'all need the tour. So, where did my cart go? Oh, did I not finish them? Okay. Oh, my cart's way over here. I think we'll, break the rules and go backwards. So, you will notice that we were driving on the left side of the road the whole entire way. And that's because last I checked, notice what I said, last I checked, they drove on the left side of the road in Ireland. Which means, okay, Garnier Brothers, and if I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. The ones that do the Irish dancing to any song. Um, but they do Irish dancing. So I mean they put some like they put some they don't just do the Irish part, the Irish dancing part. They put like Michael Jackson moves into it, or Thriller is Michael Jackson. And like tap dancing maybe. You know, they put all kinds of different things in there, but Irish dance is the thing that they do the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. But my point is that they used to live in Ireland, and I think they live here now, um, in Nashville, I think. And I thought that was so cool. And I thought they had a house, but then they were saying that the neighbors don't like them so much because they're so loud. So either they were teasing or they've got like a um, cause they said something about the garage too. Anyway, I don't understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I was thinking maybe they've got like a place like he had on the movie Big. Not the one that he lives in with his parents, but the flat he had in New York. I mean the like big warehouse room that he had in New York. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I haven't seen anything where, they had to move because, whatever. So, that, I'm confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I am sorry. I know this isn't the most interesting thing, but it'll be very nice and interesting later. So, yeah, that's the hotel. And over here is the parking garage for the hotel. It's not finished either, and I thought it was. Oh, I hope things aren't getting corrupted again. That would so suck. So, not this April, but last April, April 2024, my whole world got corrupted and it was pretty funky. Um, I think if that happens again, I will set up the tour. So it does that, but it shouldn't because there's no redstone on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So, well, that's the closest thing to redstone that we have, is these two. Um, and, the garage doors and stuff. But that's part of an add on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So, yesterday, I started watching the Thanksgiving episodes and movies that we have. Um, and one of the ones that I watched was Blue Bloods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And it's a weird episode. It's kind of not as weird as the last episode. The last episode? Yeah, I think it's the last episode. Not as weird as the last episode of Star Trek, where it's, like, it's present time, and then it's, like, way back in the past, and then it's, like, in the future, and then it's, like, back to the present, and, yeah, that was a weird episode. I did not like watching it. Um, but there were three different storylines going on. Three? Wait. Yeah, I think three different storylines going on at once. There's um they were um Linda and Henry were um were making the Thanksgiving dinner, or getting it ready, trying to get it done by 4 o'clock, and they're having a discussion. Aren't you not supposed to eat that? And he goes, I think that, you know, he lost that list a long time ago. And he goes, I think if it tastes good, I'm not supposed to eat it. Um, that is exactly what they were trying to do with my father-in-law. Like, everything that, might actually taste good. Um, everything that might actually taste good, he was not allowed to have. So anyway, but they are, making Thanksgiving dinner, and well, they're at least getting the turkey ready, and Henry gets the um the turkey plate out. it it was literally, one of those like, kind of rectangular plates with the rounded edges, and it's got a turkey printed on it. And Linda does not like that plate at that point. But then Henry has a heart attack. Henry's Frank Reagan's dad, so Henry Reagan, and they have to go to the hospital. So they do that, and then they call Frank, and his well, I think she's more than the secretary, um but whatever you call her, she comes in the room and says, Linda just called, said it's family emergency. And he goes, "What hospital?" So he gets to the hospital, and they, it turns out it's, oh, no, it wasn't even that. It was, he asks who, and he goes, I mean, and she goes, "It's your dad or your father," something like that. Anyway, some wording of that. There's a guy over here that looks a lot like Christopher Lloyd at Disneyland. That's cool. Um, uh, he was just visiting it with his wife with a goofy hat on, and he looked a lot like Christopher Lloyd from what I just saw. That was cool. Anyway, so Frank gets to the hospital, and they're worried about it. It turns out that he's got like a um plaque built up in his heart or something like that, so it can't pump right, and they need to do a procedure to figure that out. And then Frank realizes that he doesn't know all of the medicines his dad's taking, and he realizes he's really supposed, he should really know that information. Well, turns out, the pharmacist can go and tell, can tell the hospital, and it's all good. So they figured that out. Um, anyways, somebody called Dan. Oh, Linda called Danny. Yeah, because I just remembered. He said, "Thank you for saving my grandpa." Anyway, so they called Danny, and what Danny and his partner are doing, because I can't remember her name. I want to call her Jasmine, and I know that's not it. It's not Jessica either. Jackie, that's her name. Okay. Anyway, Danny and Jackie are investigating what looks like a suicide, but it just doesn't feel right. So it looks like a suicide at first, but then they go upstairs, and she's got all of the turkey fixings, everything all set up, ready to go to do Thanksgiving dinner, and she's even got milk in the fridge and everything. So they're like, "I'm not buying the suicide thing." They're just not buying the suicide thing. So they investigate into it and find out that her brother's been threatening her because she's, I can't think of what they're called. East Indian, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I probably got it wrong. But anyway, um, and marrying a white guy is like an abomination. So anyway, there's that, and then they figure out later in the episode to find out what happened. But I'm not going to tell you about that because I'll let you watch it for yourself. Although if you're like my husband, you're not going to want to watch it because that's how his grandpa died, apparently. But anyway, and then I saw my grandpa go through like 2 heart surgeries, and he was still kicking, and so I'm not worried about it. And like old age got my oldest grandpa, and then my I want to say my mom's dad was older. I mean, my mama's dad was older than my mom's dad, but I'm not entirely sure. They might have been like neck and neck, like the same age. I have no idea. But anyway, mama's dad, pretty much, I think died of a broken heart because grandma went first. and then a really bad cold got mom's dad. So, it it like started out as a really bad cold, I guess, and then it turned into something else. Like you had to go in there, and I got like a psychosomatic, like seeing grandpa sick, made me feel like I was getting sick too. Um, but uh, anyway, you had to go and like wrap yourself in I mean, like it was a plastic smock and gloves and like it was weird. But anyway, grandpa kept making weird noises. Like I kind of had my mind around he may not make it. And at his age, 80 something, I think. Um, it made sense. But like he kept making weird noises and I didn't like him, so I went out and said, can you check on him? And they're like, well, you're not supposed to be out here with that on, but yeah. And so they came in and checked on him real quick, and yeah, he's okay for what he's going through right now. um, but yeah, we were glad that we were able to be there. Um, anyway, okay, so that's. Oh, and then Erin's friend, her new friend, he just wants to get to know her better. Maybe date in the future one of these days. But there's something a little off about him, and it turns out that he's it turns out that like during during that time where the Germans didn't like the Jews and they were being really mean to them, that they they stole a lot of art and some other stuff, and he goes and uh he says he's not a thief, but basically he steals it back and gives it to the rightful owner. And I'm sure they're grateful, but like um the the American government thinks it's stuffed, and Interpol thinks it's stuffed, and like all the other places around the world think it's stuffed. So anyway, there's that whole thing, and then she goes and says that her grandpa's tells her friend that her grandpa's in the hospital, and uh she's got to go. So they have a cup of tea instead of lunch, and then she asks her dad, "Have you eaten?" And he goes, "I'll get something later." She goes, "Pastrami sandwiches coming up." Because for some reason they love pastrami sandwiches. I've never had a pastrami. Yeah, I think it's lunch meat, but I don't remember. Um, anyway, I've never had it. Knowing my luck, it would be up there with salami, where I can't have it. Um, so I don't know why, but um, I mean, it didn't do it last time I ate it, but it uh, for a while there, it was if I even smelled it, it gave me heartburn. Explain that one. I have no idea. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That was weird. It, it's like when I was pregnant. We had something that had been in the fridge too long. I don't know what it was either. Anyway, and the only thing I could tell my husband was that I smell something green. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I was thinking, like, um, not quite moldy, but just it smelled green. Um, I don't know if I put that in there, but it sounds good. Um, okay, so I was telling, oh, Aria Thompson 003. She's the one that's been chatting with me. I'm guessing it's a she, because Aria. But anyway, um, they were saying that that sounds so sweet. Proposing in a Chinese food restaurant surrounded by friends makes it memorable and heartfelt. A memorable and heartfelt moment. And she can just imagine everyone cheering. Well, I don't know if I had everyone cheering, but I definitely had the Chinese food lady coming up with extra Chinese food that didn't actually get ordered. Um, so anyway, I need to go upstairs. We're gonna finish this row, hopefully. Hopefully. If not finish the row, we're gonna, get dang close. Um, I don't know what. Okay, so I watch I watched this family that before they had their own kid, they had cats. They had three cats, and I started watching them because of the three cats on Don't Stop Meowing channel. And then they got this other one where I guess it's their last name. I'm not sure, but I guess it's like their last name. And I watched that too. But anyway, the Don't Stop Meowing one says I knew this day would come. And I really am curious about what the deal is on that. But yeah, I have to go upstairs, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So, so on the way upstairs, I was allowed to pet Bobby, and she wasn't in a sassy mood for once, so I got to pet her, and she purred. You heard it here. You heard it here first. She purred. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Anyway, I think that's really cool because I don't think she's, like we've pet her, but I don't think she's purred. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Anyway, the funny thing is, before that proposal, they went to the airsoft and paintball fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And they like all got in a bus, and okay, just to show you, because I don't think we're getting down to the end here. I really don't think we're getting down to the end here with uh so you'll notice that is gone, and there's a really good reason for that, because if it wasn't there, if it was there, you wouldn't be able to get past the uh thing that says 10. Um, anyway, so they all got on a bus, everybody that's 12 and over, um, that was gonna go. And I think Morgan said it was training. And Ashley thinks it's a date between her and Sean. And, and, um, 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 and Sean thinks that it's, um, Sean needed a day out with the guys to talk it over with them to see how to